against us.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole...
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad...
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha?
Aru and the Akasha? But...
I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of these scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. Two other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the three met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcended both time and life. For they promised that in Sumeru, wisdom would be shared with all. All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought. And so, the Akasha was inspired by...
Well, if the two share a common technological origin...
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or...
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of what he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, and that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with... At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord: "Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Remember, It is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the three questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer a little help. Who's in charge again? Is it you two?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, close your eyes. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is. Sight clear. Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, I've sent it to your screen.
Got it. It's a little...
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aru kept a record of this.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now. Found some more. Sending them over to...
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information...
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future.
Yeah, you're right. There's some other similar monuments nearby. Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains...
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after...
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing...
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including...
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as... I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so big the Crocodile King!
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that...
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? Then you are learned indeed. I'm glad to know that Sumeru has the support of someone like you. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro Dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro Dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love for humanity. The Dendro Dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he... And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her, too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. How ironic. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the pep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already. You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of...
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there. We may... Huh? Wait, that foot... Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I...
Huh? Wait, what are the Aranara doing? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, they seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay? Awesome! Let's go! Well, first Okay, I think... everyone. It's only up. It must be very tough for you coming all the way. Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you're... and you're forgetting who I am. Don't... Red flag... Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring. I can help too! Just like... Up to no good. That deck traveler, Paimon. I have other work to attend. No problem? Thank you. I'm counting. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you... There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do... Very well. Now. Do not fear. Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro Archon, you're back.
Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Ermin's soul. It's a sound plan. I regret to be the...
Alas, we had
What about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new...
Squall Fury!
Hey! We're here!
It's here. The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words,
Given everything that's going on, I'd be
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker,
not one that I'm willing to volunteer.
let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're...
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees.
Any initial suspect?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. You're
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person and not.
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you. Darker skin, nothing unusual about how he dresses or a coin. Interesting. Could that be how it's... Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebat all by yourself? The main group...
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a rope.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side.
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies.
I understand. Well, sir,
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of...
that would be amazing.
Hey, let's not worry about the money.
All right, thanks. Let me...
No need for that.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you.
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of...
I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But
Oh, really?
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our...
Ah, well, ma'am, in that case,
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission...
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is...
Pure gold. That's quite something.
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope...
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing.
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am.
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait!
This is the coin? Sadly, you won't have the chance to...
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a...
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogations...
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot. Looks like it's over to you for the next...
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor.
Fine.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet...
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll...
Gee, I don't know.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right?
Paimon, are you...
least wants to give it a shot. Besides, being the best guide in Tibet has to count for something.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If any...
No need! Paimon will be super...
Good. Then what are we waiting for?
Ah! Coming! Coming!
The wind rises. Behold! Upon the gale. The wind rises.
Wait up! Slow down, will ya?
We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool.
What's on your mind,
Huh? Oh, nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep.
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on...
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Just saying, I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not...
Hat guy?
What? What?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with a traveler every single day, whenever we face real, Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Oh, Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
Oh, that guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn?
Oh, all right.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me? Or is it a little too quiet around here?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay. How strange. We've been here for ages. Where the heck are they? Have we been stood up? What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation, but I can't quite explain why. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up, yet somehow his contact is a no-show.
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least...
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly... This feels...
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Thank you all for coming here and standing by our side.
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. Please forgive their absence. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. We remember him with great fondness.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that it's really happening, I feel quite emotional. Time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprises me. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusadali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon has far from fully resolved the problem of your vitality.
Oh no! So even Apap's power didn't work? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I'm tied to Irminsul. Until the problem with it is resolved, there is no way I can fully recover. Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during her absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker. You must have sensed it.
Regrettably.
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irminsul.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility to support Sumeru through this catastrophe. Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru.
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Koti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academy.
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Tevat since the very after the heavenly principles arrived. The power of the light realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records since then. Everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendro Archon, I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Tevat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Nokrai, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. But despite my efforts, a major problem still arose within. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route, and the only one that cannot be protected against, by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed from finding peace.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that, the tree began denying access to any connections.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world to endure.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irminsul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Ahmar's legacy, Aru. All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irminsul and investigate. Unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought, rendering that plan futile. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. This has led to a number of new contingency plans. To reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them your blessing in this endeavor.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara, and the Pari.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were capable of.
Well, since you ask. Master Tainari! What is that?
Is this...
How did this happen?
Luckily, we managed to...
What in the world was that?
Oh my. I understand now.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so
Please continue, Dendroar.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottores' will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this but to explain the situation in full.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once.
But didn't Dottore die and not cry? He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so,
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, The Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out what he's up to. He's been a collaborator of Dottores from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
There is still much to be done. Everyone, please remember our core strategy.
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed to you both.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain resources.
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for modifying the terminal.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy, and they've agreed to assist me.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed, right, Hat Guy?
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed, Ms. Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project. Aside from the Dendro Archon, of course.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangama Bay.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the technical side.
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take good care of Kale.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
You bet. We can handle it.
Good. I believe that covers everything. Tainari will provide ad hoc support as needed, if that's okay.
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis' student. Getting bossed around all day, every day.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you old rascal.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as backup, I doubt there will be many situations where my help is needed.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru and Natlan. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to the Eternal Oasis.
The Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend. So it does exist after all.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off from the outside world at present. So regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies for the inconvenience.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves. That goes for everyone.
Right. Especially...
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain me. Plus, we'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be just fine. Yes, I believe in myself. And I believe in every one of you. Well, time to get going.
what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works, Aru will also need some further optimization.
Yeah, no.
Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue to use their... This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though. Many groups of people were never issued Akasha terminals, including
We'll need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these time is not on our side here. It's gonna be a race against the clock.
The Aru merge and renovation project will have to be carried out by you two. Everything's riding on this, so failure is not an option. Best of luck to you both. As discussed, General Mahamatra Sino required materials. Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum. With him accompanying them, things should go quite smoothly.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials arrive.
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp? Knock it off.
It's just Sino being Sino. You know what he's like.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them, and extract the required materials.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use. Thoth's words, not mine.
Way ahead of you! Behold! That's far enough! Cry louder! Excuse me? Tala!
Futile! Through me, justice is served!
Guilty!
You stand condemned! Their penance is due!
Well played. Surrender! Get some space. The wind rises. You're dead. Wretched vermin. Behold. Sage's wisdom! Excuse me? The wind rises. Upon the gale.
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
Quit following me. Behold!
Judgment is upon you. Guilty! Your penance is due!
How many do we need again?
Enough to make an Akasha terminal for everyone who doesn't talk.
I remember you telling me how revolutionary these Akasha terminals.
The Academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom.
Certainly sounds impressive.
Neither Hat Guy nor I have ever had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about to change.
Oh, goody! Thank you so much for handling the delivery. What a long way it was. You've really outdone yourselves. I'm well aware what a bumpy, dangerous journey it must have been. Now, I would have loved to oversee the process myself, but of course, those of us who know the plan...
Oh, trust me, I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply flawless work. But will you really be needing all of this?
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only the price.
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's a serious crisis when you can't even make money out of it.
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to output the power of the Light Realm.
Did you attend the lecture on Light Realm energy, Madame Farzan? I don't believe I saw you there.
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back door. Ahem. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of Light Realm, elemental and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between the three.
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between Light Realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so, the scholars still shared said information.
Oh, well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone breaks. Is that the idea?
At first, the Dendro Archon was reluctant to explain it in great depth for safety reasons. Later, she came to terms with it, and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of survival together. To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark, but for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand its very essence. It's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger just by knowing the facts, and just like bait, it lures us in by offering us the solution to our problems. But if you're not careful, you'll end up pursuing it down a dark path. A tricky problem. But today, this big problem has been broken down into many smaller, more trivial ones.
What do you mean?
Ah, I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Something like that?
Hey, what? That is not what I call a trivial problem.
Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal, I have to disagree. It's hard to dismiss the individual as insignificant.
In other words, the big problem of survival has been broken down into many small, interconnected factors, and each one of us represents one of those factors.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together. Most people would find this unimaginable, But to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that. All right, I think that's everything.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can Al-Haytham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read them?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external borders.
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it being symbolic? You can't read it unless you don't read it. Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it? It's talking about...
a chessboard.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
Oh, I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading and writing all that?
Ah, it's you 3. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhe Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see here.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready.
1 second. It's...
dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go too hard on us, all right?
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers. All right, all right.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful. This doesn't seem like ordinary chess. Is the goal to defeat the opponent?
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Ho ho! Excellent work. Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking! It's not that simple, you know.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking! It's not that simple, you know.
Done.
Finally. But seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on salt. Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of...
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for... Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it should be possible to extend its range even further. Perhaps you can find a way.
So, building upon the existing functions to... I'm with you!
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my! Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose... Goti? Kroko? What do you say?
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida!
Blazing light!
There you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she's more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire... Oh, there's Nicole, all right. Always super patient and what she is. Well, time for us to get going.
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul...
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Mawika!
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Malika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the board. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle...
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, Merchants have been forced to stop their shipments.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief... I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but... Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to act that way, even if...
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is, but...
You need the Pyronosis, don't you?
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the Pyronosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous?
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty...
Yeah, not about...
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the Pyronosis.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Just like that. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing.
Are you sure about this?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the Gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Malika, my heartfelt thanks go...
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a descender...
Is that right? You really are. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you for—
All right. No need to get so formal. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier.
I have the Pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro.
The Gnosis disappeared.
I'm fine. The Pyronosis disappeared into my body.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines.
Whew.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
We won't let you down.
Yeah, we aren't about to lose.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you feeling? Paimon's a teensy bit nervous, but only a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh? Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I am a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burnt, but please don't worry. We all know what we're getting into, and stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live. I've been quietly learning little things.
Me too. With the constant trap.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing.
What are you talking about, Hat Guy? This is the top floor.
Says who? You can fly just like I can.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. And we feel exactly the same way around you.
It's finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Everything wrapped up on you. Okay, fair enough. That was a pointless.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's been a busy day.
When work ends, you clock out.
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab.
Are you nervous? Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't.
What do you mean, cannot
There's only so much I can do.
Was it like this last time?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices?
So the enemy is stronger.
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall.
I came for a.
What do I think? I think we're certainly.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely.
Certainly feels that way. So, the sky is so clear. And there isn't a whiff of
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can stop them, and sometimes they can't. What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against Nile. Oh, nothing. It's nothing. I hope everything works out tomorrow.
It will. As long as we stick to the plan, our chances of success are good.
It's
I think it's mostly a matter of temperament.
Ugh. Locked.
Look at the time. I should head back.
Wait.
Have we?
Not exactly.
Oh.
You recognize
the clues in the name.
Fair point. I could ask you the same question. if I'm not.
Well, I have something.
Did you find the experience in life?
Honestly, it was tedious and uneventful at first. But eventually, I think I did. I was told.
Not at all. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Let us pray instead.
Prayer.
Lord Sangama Bay.
That's right. Actually, I was hoping I might run into you, Dia. I wanted to let you know.
No, really?
I knew you'd ask that. Surprise!
That's very generous of you, Lord
Nope. Remember?
No way.
Lord Sangama.
Wait!
She...
Sure, but...
That's how Nefer shows that she cares. She wishes for all of us.
It must be hard. Definitely. Does praying...
Defending one's home is a just cause.
Anger.
Just taking a walk.
Yes, Miss Du.
Come on. It's... Oh.
I remember.
That's right. I see her.
Agreed.
I spoke with several... Oh, it makes... Oh, a compliment?
My lady. What are you praying?
Our beliefs.
I
pray for the safe return of all my companions.
Time to go!
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes, one cannot know what freedom truly means.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to true beauty.
Dendro Archon.
I was wondering.
What kind of question?
So many. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. What are the many disasters that this world faces, but
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I must not fail. And so the question...
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. They prep...
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run... I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep...
Sorry. I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and as discussed during a...
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. Maybe you should take it from...
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable as long as the transplant and a system this powerful is capable in the pursuit of greater knowledge.
Correct. In academic language.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within...
That's right.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru.
Every person?
Yes.
I've already calculated the amount of raw material.
So you mean we're going to get new...
Yes. But this time, the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge.
When we evacuated, we've checked all the...
Everyone in Sumeru...
Since dysfunction, but by expand under normal... Thus, it... Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready! In the past, when people sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop.
Please stop. End this transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree has stopped growing!
Great.
What a display of true courage. The courage to think and the courage to act. I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes.
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing. Gods are few and far between.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only things now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dotori possesses, now for the next, I will need the help of your
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately. Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be active. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and
transfer initiated. Entering.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert.
I'm afraid he...
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you...
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this? Given our...
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed, and after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than...
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not?
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irmin's soul. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death. But not a single person has ever been able to experiment. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect...
Is that why you chose to work with me?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough...
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this, showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sincere. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. Living and dying together has a way of binding to. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard?
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Read greater, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know...
They're coming.
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long...
Very well. But Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church. He pleaded with the gods. Many suns and moons passed. Seasons changed, and...
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you...
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed. Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well. Let's leave the conversation there for now.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars.
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight.
I wonder how many people can say they stormed a city
I was just thinking that. I've definitely...
This is my first time here, actually.
I hope this...
Does everyone have to chime in?
What an amusing comment, my dear lady.
Wow! Why is...
Because the image on her shield is one of me. And I, of course, can appear when...
Huh. Well, la-dee-da. Isn't that fancy?
You wish for your gauntlet to speak?
Ahem. I think you'll find that it is I whose image is carved hereupon.
Thanks. Definitely feel stronger now.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation?
There are troops stationed at every entrance. Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
Out of my way!
Take it in!
Seat your maker!
Watch out!
Ah! Get lost!
Thank you, Jet.
You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned.
Leaving so soon.
Let's get it on! Ha! Ha!
Prepare yourself. You can't run from death.
Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water.
Consider it done. Show no mercy.
Their penance is due! You stand condemned!
Winter.
Their penance is due!
You're alive! You asked for it!
Looks like we're entering
Plan. Grant us your blessing! Buckle up!
Surrender! Your sins weigh upon your soul! You stand condemned! Usable Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Guilty! Indo! Futile!
Yield!
Waterway secured.
Brothers! Sisters!
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome. Once
The team has arrived at the
Good.
Are you? Please, hear my prayer. Let's get it on. Gloves off. Over here.
Surrender! Through me, justice is served!
To the big one!
Their penance is due!
Take too long. Look out! It's an ambush!
Finally. We need to hurry. Take the middle road.
Mahamacho Sino!
Don't relax just yet. More Fatui approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot track our movements. If necessary, we could split up.
Don't worry. We'll wipe them all out.
As you can see, our people can—
Good.
How are things with the—
Don't underestimate—
All right.
Sino and the reinforcements have drawn the Fatui's fire away. It's our turn. By using a cluster leaf of cultivation.
Good luck with that.
Huh?
Ready?
Ready.
Keep up. And Shroud! I hear everything! This'll do it. Unsightly insects!
My everlasting flame! Time to ignite!
One with the force. Squall and fury. Too slow.
Fatui soldiers up ahead.
Careful.
Prepare for battle.
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your faces here in the center.
You're right on schedule.
Well, this guy sure as heck isn't.
They've stationed quite a few people nearby. Everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate of Dottores. And he's no... So you've been waiting for us. But it looks...
Very clever, General Mahamatra Sino. I know you're the one in...
A siege?
Historically, yes. But things can always change. We have quite a...
There's a Fatui ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
Yes, I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being. The battle... But what happens next? Do you enjoy... Once a war begins, some people must die. I doubt you wish...
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even there. Silence!
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses! He was never there to begin with. That was...
Enough talk! Attack!
I apologize for being unable to accompany you at this crucial moment. Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine. But now that they have seen through it, they will realize...
Decoy or not, what matters now is that they will be heading your way
Not imminently.
Keep up. And Shroud! Keep up.
We made it!
This is far enough.
Are you sure you don't need me to...
No need. Once the...
Now where's the interface Nahida mentioned? Come on! Where's it hiding?
Found it. We can connect to the inside of Irma. You should be pretty familiar.
Is it the same route as last time?
For the most part.
Then I should be fine.
And Paimon?
Wait! The stakes are way higher this time, right? Huh? Why are you staring at me like that?
It's nothing. I just suddenly realized how—
Hey, you've grown quite a lot yourself. Don't—
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks she's pretty knowledgeable. Who's the best guide into Vatican?
If we say Alhatham's not a weirdo, it's hard to explain how he came up with the idea of you applying to the academia.
Just goes to show how important it is to have someone supporting you.
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly nickname?
What? No way! We're friends now!
Fine.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after—
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tainari and Sino. You guys—
We will be.
Initiating connection. Well, come to think of it, I still don't even know—
Thanks to our terminals, it should be impossible.
Don't tell me. Only you need to know. That way—
Listen to me. Don't even think about sacrificing your—
All right. The wind rises.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's unrecognizable. It's a
Must be Dottoro's doing. Either he's searching for some—
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, be on your guard. The red parts have probably been corrupted by Dottoro's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him. He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot. The wind rises. Squall and Fury. The wind rises. Behold! The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us.
No, it's
a trap. Is that why he was using the same trick over and over again? To get us to lower our guard?
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello?
Nicole!
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your progress from inside the Eternal Oasis, and I have to say, I couldn't see anything at first. But now that you two are inside, I can use your look. It's not the clearest image, I can't intervene directly, but I can help to guide you out of the jam you're currently in. So please, just follow my lead. Dottore in his current form is a blight upon both Irminsul and the ley lines. Pay attention to your surroundings. There must be sources of his contamination nearby. The corrupted information is his means of manipulating the environment. You must destroy them.
The wind rises. How amusing. Squall and Fury.
Good work.
Is that one of them?
Precisely. Take it out.
Too slow.
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Wait! Watch out!
It's Dottore. I think he's found us.
The seal is broken. Quick! Get out of there!
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
Wait, what is that?
Pursuers! That's gotta be it!
Run! Don't let that thing touch you.
Dodge that attack!
Quit following me.
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
There's a cliff ahead. Jump!
More of those corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit as quickly as possible.
Search for it.
They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these too. I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say. Stay alert.
I think we've made it to relative safety.
Good.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine.
Take a short rest.
Nicole?
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How...
Dottore!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more...
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was fleeing as for Anna.
If that's true...
Because I wanted... Don't misunderstand me. After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche. Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented, and you made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irminsul, once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Nodcry. I didn't even have to go looking for you. Just the sight of you was enough for me to... For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it... That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Something that fills you with dread? Let me put your mind at ease. I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case... the cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes.
All here shall bend.
Time to ignite! The wind rises. Upon the gale.
Behold! I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done!
Oh, will I now?
How amusing.
Honed in flame!
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Torre. You focus on the mission.
Got it!
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Good timing.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh.
My strength is fading!
Since you are within Irminsul, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
Extracting the information from Irminsul, just to
strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
Nothing worth mentioning.
Just like a little buzzing fly.
Time to ignite!
Just like a little buzzing fly.
Scorching from...
A petty trick.
Upon the gale.
Time to ignite!
Squall and fury.
Try this. You dare to gaze upon me?
That's far enough.
You won't destroy.
You're so close. Just hold on a little longer. I'll hold him up. Traveler, Cat Guy, the rest is up to you.
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Stay on the offensive, but watch your back.
It's time. Say your prayers. Time to ignite.
Let's try this.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Scorching! The wind rises.
Burn all before you. Play the
Foul music.
It's time. Say your prayers. Time to ignite.
Behold.
Let's try this.
Follow me.
No Hitotaki!
Scorching!
Squall and fury.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Finally. Time for you to die. Excited?
time for me to die? How could I have reached this place if death were something I feared?
The last gasp struggle of a dying man is a pretty pathetic sight. And I know it when I see it.
We shall see about that.
It's time. Say your prayers.
That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Commend me or condemn me, but give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, Mahakosaladhama, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy Irminsul? It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing you have always fought for?
This is my decision. Irminsul has been corrupted beyond...
Irminsul is the original tree of Teyvat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it, for their authority was bestowed upon them by the heavenly principles.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, why should the loss of another tree be anything to fear? Till we meet again, Lord.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old Segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the Segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help!
Surely he would be rescued, Zandik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zandik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zandiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
What a magnificent fire. In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchained.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body.
Mortal fear.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality. You claimed that extending your lifespan was about buying more time. You fear the prospect of dying
Of course I do. I'm only human. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe...
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments. I have felt no fear since.
From the very beginning, I never thought you...
But still you came. contract in hand to...
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and completed my...
I'm afraid your journey in...
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will...
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction. I have been quite particular about many things in my life.
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy It has been a long process. And I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
I could have carried out many more experiments. But to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome...
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends.
Experiment. It sounds...
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand.
Indeed. I can see no further outcome. Ha. You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on. Your previous threat was empty, but this time...
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the...
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet unknown belongs to...
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along.
I do not deny your intelligence. But what are events that take place in the real world? Goodbye.
Well, that's the last of them. Everyone on the list is...
It was a long, hard road, but we finally finished escorting everyone back. I just pray that we'll never need to leave again. I hope we can stay here forever in this peaceful
paradise.
I wouldn't think gods need such a...
People always think they're the only ones who can lose their homes. They forget that gods too need a place to reside. As the Goat King once said, a god without his people shall cease to exist.
Only we can truly understand how much the desert...
Given the myriad ways in which gods and humans interact, I'd say they really are. How else could Dunyarzad consider the Dendro Archon?
Well, that sounds about right to me. Describing them...
If you told me a few years back that I'd have this...
Belief is a choice, just like friendship.
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the Goat King and the Ibis King decided to pay us a...
It's back to Aru Village for us. Still
Until next time, old friend.
Right back at you. Make sure to drop by where it is that two of the other 7 pillars, Chesapank and Bennu, might also be dropping by.
Dropping by? That makes it...
Well, the temple was founded by Hermanubis, so...
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure to find time.
I will.
You do have a point.
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old time.
Naturally.
What do you think, Layla?
Huh? Well, how could I possibly be qualified to decide
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if we play—
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house.
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect—
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least. But you have— So, you see this as sort—
Family.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek, and, let's say, Thoth, might reasonably be
Why does that not surprise me?
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built will end up—
Once Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can but judging by the expressions of everyone here, this sacred ground houses untold knowledge after all.
How about we share a meal together first?
Oh, that's— Oh, my.
How the times have changed.
And you, Mr. Herreshoff? What kind of god—
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought.
Me?
Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might, like Lord Al-Akhmar. Clearly—
I do, but projecting a
Not putting—
Exactly.
Last time—
Can we do that?
Don't worry. The more the merrier.
Don't take this the wrong—
If I were to compete—
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds. Cards.
I wonder what variant of chess—
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long—
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy—
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and
Helping? Effort?
so you see yourself as just a—
If you're trying to say that since I live—
in the wake of a great storm, a missing—
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but that's no reason to be upset.
This is the roof over your head. Your shelter from the—
The way I see it, these
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall.
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or the paintings?
I mean your
Oh, well,
generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt—
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. Anguish can be a source of
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is—
And I wasn't trying to.
Happy about what?
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your views. More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for— Not everyone's—
Huh. What about—
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
Wait a second. Isn't that box—
Would you like me to put it in—
Huh? What kind of progress is this? Does he— These books on the floor. Ugh. Guess I should help him repair it. This one too. And this one.
Local sumpter beasts, imported goods, such a bright future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
You do.
It's called being imposing.
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my sandals. What commands do you have for me?
You've got a lot of nerve, Nefer. You went and told Candace and the others everything, didn't you? Seriously, do you have any idea how different—
Surely that's a good thing. I presume they're more
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of my mercantile majesty. How am I supposed to make anyone think I'm a big, scary investor now?
The dark days of Lord Sangama Bay are behind you. Why not take this chance to—
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer gain such an admiration for holier-than-thou types? A moon chanter here, an angel there?
A coming together of fates, nothing more.
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends is never a bad thing for a merchant. Still, I really took a loss this time.
I'm trying to see if you're really— A little birdie told—
Nefer, thank goodness you're here. Huh? Oh, no, I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that.
Reasoning knows not—
Huh?
It was all the rage.
Don't—
Surprisingly, and
You're from the Vahumana, and you're asking— I brought you this book.
Don't tell me it's—
You may not know
No,
Perhaps she
suits my very— And as it happens—
Incense?
I imagine—
Well, but I'll gladly accept—
Katayun, you haven't—
Congratulations.
Well done, Kale.
Sure hasn't.
All grown up.
Thanks, everyone. Master Tainari. Thank you for your guidance and—
So I know how to matter.
I'm afraid the party will have to wait.
Kale?
No. I've made plans with the—
Well, that's a relief. Let's get together when everyone's back. I'm sure you'll be doing even—
Of course. I have a feeling you're right.
For someone who's—
Hey!
Don't worry.
Paimon's been— Fearless. merciless. Hey, Nahida! And Hat Guy's here too! Traveler, Paimon!
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahid,
Oh, the Traveler told Paimon all about that.
you make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, if we can just get to the bottom of Dottoro's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence.
Just listen to that new
Observe, a classic Sumero specialty. Chalking everything up to
To be honest, even I can sense the change in you.
Everything Dottori said to you was a way to...
Can someone as old as me really continue to...
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal.
However you see yourself, well done.
All right.
Anyway,
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need...
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought. But what about you, Nahida? The Pyronosis burned down the corrupted Ermin now. Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul.
Irminsul has a strong influence over...
There's no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed. Angels can do things? They can. Such abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. But in my eyes...
So, does that mean your situation is...
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul. The wisdom of Sumeru has ultimately converged into a single, unified entity. Should... Whatever it is!
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Sir Nevis, do you have some...
Yes, there's something I need to report.
The Fatui Harbinger, the rooster, sends us his sympathies. His stance is that, following the unrest and Nod Cry, Dottori was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be seen to represent the Zapoliarni Palace.
No less than can be
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own Harbinger. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottori's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his crimes accountable. Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. Sounds like he's got an...
True, but as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective. Completely watertight, both...
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. The matter of Dottori can be seen as settled for now. We are sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well to uphold their responsibilities and keep a tight rein over their actions. With Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more possibilities. I will be watching.
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with?
Of course! Junior Zod, Sino, and...
What a wonderful idea. That just leaves the question of what we should eat.
Not Morton.
More? Dendro Archon, what do you...
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Sometimes when they want tomatoes. Tomatoes. The word has a certain magic to it. Like the autumn fur of a sumpter beast.
Tomatoes. What can we make with tomatoes?
Take your time, there's no need to rush.
Does this mean you're going to Natlan? Meet them there in person. It will require a long journey.
I know. Traveler, Paimon, we'll set off.
Sure,
You'll hear no objections from Paimon. Wonderful. That land is such a light. It's super cheerful. I can see that.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey.
Oh, thanks.
All right,
Maybe later then.
Sounds like... I should tell you, I already have some...
Why's that, Malika?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on.
Because the pyronosis has vanished.
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the pyronosis.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from there's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning, only giving.
Thank you. It's not that we lack other means of expression.
You're right. In that land, we prefer simple expressions too.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are...
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much.
There's still a lot of work to do.
Partly to express our gratitude.
To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So...
What a great idea!
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we head to our next...
And where might that be?
Mondstadt. Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Kale and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Kale had come from... Those remains weren't hurting Kale. Not as she is a yearning.
She should be ready to face the...
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential...
Oh, is that so? Well, of course! And there's nothing wrong with that. When we get back, we'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like, look...
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. But busy with impressive, right? Sino said them official. You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you...
Dainari, is that...
Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayu-Viastra? Behold, the great Vayu-Viastra, General Ma...
How times have changed. I wasn't
You've really upped the aggression in your bad...
Kale, how did you know what I was going to say?
For the love of...
Hey! Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
I hope we haven't...
Kale! Sucrose! I've been well. Everything's going... Not at the moment. Seriously?
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your questions one at a time.
Albedo! Paimon didn't...
It's been a while since all of us were together like this.
Good idea, my friend. You never...
So, what are your identities this time?
Don't remind him.
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official for...
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny, heartwarming premise.
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall...
Besides being heartwarming, our story's also about tough and...
You're here already.
A tram?
Of course. All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm...
Oh, right!
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming.
Oh, write them on these card back.
Of course.
Clearly, my line...
Miss Nicole.
Kale? You seem a little nervous.
I was just wondering...
Wish. What?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once...
Well, you never mentioned...
To be fair, come on, fearless.
Huh?
Surprised? I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides.
Lilupar?
I made friends with Miss Nicole. The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It is stirred within my...
Could this be...
Related to the god?
My dear young and now I have seen, but beneath...
I do. I want to throw...
But how do you decide what is your...
They are. Miss Nicole said... She gave me a revelation.
In the past, you...
Of course.
Yet I am a djinn, Kale.
But...
That's beside the point.
But
look, you know... so you do, my dear young...
Are you sure about...
I yearn, and you, Kale. My wish will be fulfilled.
Why would you
A long since you've
Kale, there's no...
It's as if you...
Nothing so...
I understand.
Close your eyes, Kale. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch. Like returning to the very beginning. Like surrendering to your grace, my mistress. People say that devotion is beautiful. Thank you.
Lilupar!
She left.
Kale?
I'm fine. Don't actually... Those remains weren't hurting, Kale.
Kale must have already received what...
I'm doing fine.
Then my wish
to become...
that...
So between Miss...
Wonderful.
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next?
Kale, look who I've brought to see you.
Hey, Kale! I heard you guys were holding some kind of secret event. How come you started without me?
Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that.
Really?
Me.
So that's...
Exactly. The old me is gone.
Do you think maybe up in the sky?
Oh. What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think, at least, if it were up to me, I'd
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger. Surely someone has missed... I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. But somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted to take this step. To...
Where do we come from? And... Where are we going? Merciless. Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Thank you for completing today.
All things come. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
All here shall bend to my will.
Written in the stars.
Adaptable. Time to shine. Paradigm shift. Delve into destiny.
Interesting.
Just like a little buzzing fly.
The show begins!
A petty trick.
I still couldn't do it. Shower me with praise!
Fearless.
All here shall bend to my will.
Show no fear. Up to the...
Another star goes out!
Extinguish.
The stars fade.
Pinnacle of excellence.
Paradise!
Shadows of fate. A little emotion.
Shower me with praise!
Neither mine to wield.
Off to the freezer!
Fearless.
Another star goes out!
Let me scry.
Get back!
Decided by destiny!
A little of mood
Snatch it
boost.
from my
Stay
grasp.
on the loop.
Time to shine!
Crack me this time.
Fearless.
Paradise!
Shadows of fate.
A dash of frost!
A petty trick.
Shadows of fate! Off to the freezer! Merciless. Paradigm shift!
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal flame!
Pinnacle excellence! Let me scrub! Fate is upon me!
Track me this time!
Shadows of fate! A little amuse-bouche! Into the void! Annihilate!
A petty world that I've longed for.
Here to play Let me go! Off to the freezer! Am I still too weak? Never star goes out! Just once. May I merciless. Merciless.
Delved into death. A dash of frosting. Juice on the loose. Into the void.
Let me scribe.
Off to the freezer.
Shine. Glow up.
Delved into destiny, written in the stars. A dash of frosting. A burst.
Let the world come alive!
Another star goes out.
Here to
Let me scribe. A little move.
over here!
Merciless. Merciless. Shadows of fate, decided by destiny. Off to the freezer, the pinnacle of excellence. Strike a pose, time to shine. Paradigm shift.
play with me.
A little amuse bouche. Shower me with that.
Add astra. Thank you for complete.